Hey guys, this is Coach Chris. I've had a lot of questions about tapes, different types of tapes, different ways to tape your stick. So today I thought I would give you guys the tape show and let you know everything there is to know about different types of hockey tape. Anybody who's played hockey before realizes that their stick tape ends up looking like this after about 2 minutes of playing. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to go through a couple different ways that you end up taping your stick and the hows and the whys of why we do what we do. As you can see, I brought with me just a few random pieces of tape I had in my bag. This is some of the stuff I carry with me at the rink. We got gauze, we've got different colored tape, we've got clear tape, double wide tape, we got magical tape, which is my personal favorite. One of the interesting things about gauze, as far as grip tape goes, is that it doesn't stick. So when you want to go remove it, if you cut it along the back, it doesn't stick to the blade, so you can just remove it nice and easy. Okay, so first thing I'm going to talk about is the handle. Now, this is personal preference. Some guys like real big fat knob at the top. Some guys like tape all the way down to here. That's personal preference. Me personally, I like a very small amount of knob at the top. Just lets me know where the end of the stick is. Anything on the inside is fine. Outside, I use gauze on the outside. It's sticky enough where you know where the grip is, but it's not so sticky that it tears your gloves up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my gauze and take a piece of it like this, about yay big. I'll fold it in half, stretch it out, and create a double thick piece. Place it all the way around the top. Cool thing about gauze is it kind of sticks on itself. So you can kind of do a wrapping around thing like that and just sort of stick it to itself. Now this is exactly how I wrap my sticks. Now you can go larger on here if you want. What I don't recommend is I don't recommend that you use tape. So take the tape and tape, because that gets expensive every time you want to change your handle. There's a lot of ways to cheat. One way to cheat is to take old tape. Take dirty, messed up tape and fold it in half or whatever you want to do and wrap that around first. And then just go on the outside. Do one quick layer around the outside of that. That way you've got the thickness of that nice fat roll without wasting all your nice new pretty tape. There's a lot of different things you can do with the handle. A lot of guys nowadays, they like that nice grip feel that goes around the, all the way down. It kind of gives you these finger holds like you would see on the grip of a knife or on the grip of a gun. One of the ways that they do that is they take your standard tape. We're going to use the black one just to show this. They start at the top, they make a layer around, go around once, then you get big old end of it like this, and then you just start twisting. Twisty, 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 twisty. Once you twist this about, oh I don't know, 6 trillion times, you start to get this twisty feeling on the tape. And this becomes like a piece of string. A better way to do this is to cheat and to take a shoelace and use a shoelace to do this. That way you don't waste your nice pretty tape. But if you don't have a shoelace, or if you're just too cheap or lazy or whatever, or you like to do it the way the pros do it, is you do it this way. You take this, you just lace it around, just like that, around the grip, all the way down. Until you reach the point where the tape starts again, and then you just go back around it in a sequential pattern. Here the end. And now, I don't know if you can see this, but you've got that nice ribbed effect on the tape. So when you're gripping it, you can actually feel that grip in your fingers. You can feel that ribbing effect. What I don't like about this black tape, it's too sticky. It's going to eat your gloves. Use gauze. So now for the blade, the tricky part. There's a lot of rumors about stick tape. They say you got to go from the toe to the heel, or you got to go from the heel to the toe, or you got to put a piece of tape on the bottom first, or you got to put a piece of tape on the top. All of that is false. It's all about personal preference. Until you reach the level where you're making $22 million a year to play this game, you're never going to feel the difference in stick tape changing the direction of the pattern or putting more tape on or less tape on. That has nothing to do with it. All the tape really does is affects the grip of the puck. No matter which way you lace it, from the toe to the heel, from the heel to the toe, that doesn't matter. Only thing that matters is the type of tape that you choose. And there are basically two different types of tape. You have cheater tape, non-cheater tape. Now of the non-cheater tapes, you've got black, blue, green, white. The two typicals be the white and the black, and that's personal preference. None of them stick any better than the other. The only one that's a different type of stickiness is the cheater tape. Okay, so when you're moving the puck back and forth, stick tape really doesn't make that much of a difference. The only time stick tape is going to make a difference is when the puck is moving on the stick blade itself, like when you're making a pass. Because doing this, even if there's no tape, you're still going to get the same kind of grip. But if you wanted to move that puck like this down the rink, you're going to slide off of it without the tape. If you wanted to toe drag and do that, it's going to be much easier to pick that puck up off the ground if you've got the tape. One of the famous moves is the Michigan. Just looks impossible without the tape. So I'm about to tape up my stick blade. Me personally, I use friction tape, which I like to call cheater tape. This tape right here, it's just standard black tape, available anywhere. This is standard white tape, it's just double wide, it's available anywhere. As you can see with this one, I've cut off a little piece of it. This is what I use to make the knob on the top. I cut off this little piece right here, and that's how I build my knob at the very end of my stick. And I use only this little tiny piece, so it creates just an end point where I know the top of the stick is. Again, this is just standard tape. These tapes, all of these right here, there's no difference. The color is just the type of dye that they use. The tape's identical. This one, it's double wide, so you just end up using less of it. So it's just a marketing gimmick, whichever one you really want to run with. The tape I use is this stuff right here, and I will show you how I tape it. I start on the heel, and I make sure that the entire heel is covered. The reason I start there is because the heel is actually where a lot of your passing will come from. A lot of your shot will come from. You're not going to get any benefit by putting a layer of tape right here if you play roller hockey. It's going to wear through it just as fast. So you're better off putting the tape around it the way you like it to be and just dealing with it like that. So I've gone ahead and taped up my stick here. And I've come to the end part where everyone seems to think that there's only one right way to tape the stick. Long story short, it doesn't have to be pretty. You don't need to carry scissors in your bag. You can do it like this. You can get a piece out and kind of do one of these things. This part of the tape doesn't need to be pretty, okay? You don't need to have it all nicely tuned and done up and nice. It's gonna get beaten to crap. You play hockey, all right? So don't worry about making it all nice and fancy. Boom, there. So it's taped up. Okay, so you can see the heel to toe pattern. Now there's a lot of rumors out there that this heel to toe pattern affects the way that the puck moves across the tape. That's just not true. In order for this puck to manipulate this tape, this puck would have to be pretty intelligent. And this puck is pretty dumb. The reason I call this cheater tape is because this tape has a very sticky property to it. It has almost like fly paper. It just wants to stick to everything. I can almost turn it over with just my stick blade. Cheater tape. With the cheater tape, you can do crazy things, like the backhand shot. As you're moving forward, you grab the puck, you slide it forward, you put the heel down, and you move the puck again backward. You can also do crazy things like the Michigan. Toe is up, and it scoops that puck up like that. Tape. Okay, and no wisecracks about the way my hair looks. I just was at the beach, so I'm sunburned. My hair's a mess. So I don't want to hear any of you Burbank Blackhawk kids saying, "Oh, look at Coach Chris's hair. How funny does that guy look?" None of that, all right?